What's going on, YouTube? This is Juice Man, Just Know It Sports Show. I'm going solo tonight. Hope everybody's okay. Hope everybody enjoyed the games over the weekend. So we got week 2 college football season. I'm gonna go over those games first. Um, so first game we got. So we had the Michigan Wolverines winning the Norman faced the Oklahoma Sooners. I don't know what you guys thought, but thought it was a great game overall. Um, I think Michigan's offense is a work in progress. Uh, Someone needs to emerge in the receiver and tight end position, in my opinion. I think Bryce Underwood is he's going to be all right. Just need to find some uh, reliable weapons on the outside. However, I think OU looked pretty impressive. Um, both sides of the ball, especially defensively. Um, this QB, John Mateer, I think he was pretty impressive. Um, could be a Heisman dark horse. You never know. Very mobile and a pretty good passer. Um, so yeah, I think OU's gonna be okay. Uh, Got to see what they're gonna do. Um, so they've got their next game is at Temple, which I think will be a pretty easy win. Michigan's got Central Michigan next week. So uh, overall, great game. I'm a little upset though. I'm a Michigan fan, one of my teams anyway. Next game, so we got Florida. Florida faced the South Florida Bulls at home. Man, I don't know what you guys thought about this game, but did anybody pick South Florida to win? Um, I certainly didn't. Um, I kind of think that the Gators beat themselves. Uh, Florida committed 11 penalties for 13 yards, um, with two major infractions in the final drive. Um, Bad clock management. Um, I don't understand, man. Um, but so I got to give some credit to South Florida. They look like a team that's not afraid of anybody. Their QB, I guess is Brian Brown. I think that's his name. I mean, he's continuing to lead his team, running and throwing, and the defense looks like it's feeding off that. So you got to take these bulls seriously. I think the question is right now, can they keep this momentum up? Um, Next week, we're going to see how good they are. They got to go to Miami and face a Miami team that's undefeated. Florida, they've got to go to LSU. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. I think that's a loss. Um, I'm not sure about Florida right now, but we'll see. Next game we got KU, Kansas Jayhawks. They went into Columbia, faced the Missouri Tigers. I actually watched this entire game, and I thought it was pretty entertaining. Um, I really don't understand why these two teams don't play each other enough. Um, but anyway, KU they came out swinging offensively. Jalen Daniels looked pretty good early. However, they couldn't establish a run game. Just 28 yards as a team. Mizzou's quarterback Bo Prabula had a huge game going through the air. Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. But I think the key was that Mizzou they had two running backs that both went over 100 yards. Um, See, Jamal Roberts and Ahmad Hardy combined for 255 yards. So, and both scored a touchdown. Also, Not only that, Mizzou had another playmaker to replace their star wide receiver from last year, Luther Burden, who's now with the Bears. Kevin Coleman Jr. had 10 catches, just 126. Um, so I think Mizzou's is looks like they're going to be somebody to contend with. Can't take them lightly. KU, their next game is against West Virginia. I'm going to say that's kind of a toss-up game. And Mizzou's got Louisiana next. So our next game, we have the Iowa Hawkeyes and Iowa State Cyclones. Another close contest. Like I said in the preview show, these two teams, they've always been tight. They've always played close games. Um, Not a lot of offense, obviously, uh, from both teams. It was mostly a battle of field position. Um, but I think the game boiled down to turnovers, and Iowa State forced an interception early in the first half. But bottom line, I know Iowa State, they had a good season last year, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to contend for another Big 12 title. I mean, I know it's early, but uh, they just haven't been able to really click on all cylinders offensively. And as for Iowa, I think they're going to finish near the bottom. They just can't move the ball on a consistent basis. Um, but we'll see what happens. So Iowa's got UMass next week, and then they've got Arkansas State. That should be a win, but you never know. Um, so that's it for the college football. As you know, the NFL is also kicked off, and let's see. So we've got our first game. There was a game last night between the Vikings and the Bears. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. To be real quick. I think both QBs uh, showed some good things, and then they also both made some mistakes. I think both quarterbacks, Caleb Williams and JJ McCarthy, were pretty erratic at times, um, especially in the second half. Caleb Williams, who I feel is more talented than JJ, looked good early, but then he started making mistakes in the second half, and then vice versa. JJ McCarthy, he started out rough uh, and couldn't really get things going until the second half, um, and so our producer Doc, he's not sold on JJ McCarthy, but uh, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to let things play out. I think over time, I think he'll get better. Um, but yeah, man, we shall see what happens. Uh, let me. I'm looking for my other slideshow for the NFL real quick. Um, Hold on one second here. It's the first time I've done this really solo, so you guys bear with me. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Okay, so week one of the NFL season. Um, as you know, so we had two really well, we only covered in the preview show uh, two games. Um, okay, hold on one second here. Oh yeah, here we go. So first game we got Baltimore Ravens. They went into Orchard Park to face the Bills. So another classic ending between these two teams. Both Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen both played like MVPs, like they are. Um, but I think if you're a Ravens fan, you have to be just beside yourselves. Like, how come we can't beat this team? Um, it just seems like they can't finish games in the end. Um, I mean, Derrick Henry had an awesome game, 18 carries, 169. Um, but I think that fumble really cost them the game at the end. Um, and I think the Ravens defense is still good, but I think there's times where they just can't make stops when it counts. Um, that's just what I see. Buffalo, as you know, they're fully loaded. Allen's able to spread the ball around in this game. The defense, like I said, caused that um, costly fumble towards the end of the game. Um, but I suspect that these two teams will be in the playoffs. But again, it's early. Our last game, so we've got the Lions and the Packers. Um, I'm gonna have to agree with our producer Doc. He in regards to Green Bay, they look like a complete team. Um, Jordan Love, he continues to get better. They've got solid running backs, a running attack, um, and they've got plenty of weapons on the outside as well. Um, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that the defense is now complete now that they add former Cowboys linebacker and Michael Parsons. I know it's a small sample size, but when he was in the game, he immediately made an impact and was able to get to Jared Goff. So, um, but yeah, I think the Packers they're an elite team all the way around. And as far as Detroit Lions, I'm obviously they lost their offensive coordinator and they also lost their defensive coordinator as well. So I think it definitely showed. Um, but yeah, that's another season, not another season, another week, uh, a week that wrapped up. And again, man, all the games were pretty exciting, and we'll see what happens next week. Um, but yeah, that's all we got for tonight. Uh, Again, this is Juice, your host tonight. Appreciate everybody that chimed in. Thank you for supporting us. This is Just Noise Sports Show. Catch us every Tuesday night for We Wine, and Saturday mornings we do like a preview show for the college football for that week. But till next time, I'm out.